too on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. All right, look, man, you don't want the COVID to get you. So many people I know, man. I got my friends like, oh, guess what? I got the COVID. Well, you got to mask up, brothers and sisters. And we got a cool-looking mask, too. Two choices. The KISW face mask lets you do skull style or lets you do camo style. How about that?
Both. Put one over your eyes, one over your face.
Ooh.
Or mouth. No, both over the face.
Face mouth. Yeah. Face mouth. Also, a portion of each mask sold goes to the Washington State Nurses Association. That's an organization that helps out nurses, education, resources. All across our state, they really help out. So buying this mask does a lot of good things for you. Get one today at KISW.com.
Let's play B-Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah. To remember, scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs, and it's Thursday, so let's get cracking!
Release the Kraken.
Yeah!
Right. We have now started the last NHL season where the Kraken are not a part of it.
Wow. That's insane.
Man, I gotta prepare. I need to actually watch some hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's out there.
It is out there. Like, I don't like probably on ESPN and stuff like that, right?
NBC Sports.
Yeah. Okay,
it's
cool.
Typically
cool.
NHL Network if you have that.
I don't have that.
And if you got any CNBC kind of stuff, or the Canadian stuff, what is it?
CBC.
CBC, that's it.
Oh,
You got
yeah.
CBC
Night in
stuff.
Canada on Saturdays. That's what you really should be doing.
Perfect. Now I got my Saturdays planned. This is cool. All right, let's get cracking.
You think he's going to do it?
I'll do it at least once this year.
Once this year.
Yeah.
At the very least.
All right, fair enough.
Let's get to our contestant. We've got Ryan in Des Moines. Ryan, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Goodbye. For those playing at home, Ryan will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Ryan, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
What is the only planet in the solar system that is named after a female figure?
That would be Uranus.
No.
Wow. Jupiter.
No.
Venus.
Yes. Woo! In which decade was the candy Baby Ruth introduced?
50s.
No.
60s.
No.
70s.
No. On a map, what state is directly above Wyoming?
Montana.
Yes.
Nice.
On which network did Glee originally air?
ABC.
No.
Fox.
Yes.
Nice.
What hip-hop group had the mid-'80s hit song It's Tricky?
Pass.
How many quarters make up $12?
48.
Yes. Who has starred in both Arrested Development and Ozark?
Chris Pratt.
No.
Pass.
Who directed Memento and The Dark Knight?
Quentin Tarantino. I don't know.
No. Oh, those would be cool movies if he did. They were still cool.
I forgot he did Memento.
It's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4 correct.
Have you ever watched it more than once?
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and it's worth it?
It is worth it because once you know what happens in Memento, you want to go back and watch exactly what's going on.
It's been so long
it's-
since
it's
I've
really-
seen that movie that I don't even know if I remember what's going on, so it might be worth just watching again.
Which is funny because it's all about remembering. So
Yeah, well, you know me. I'm at that age where every day is that movie for me.
Groundhog Day?
no.
I can't help you.
Steve, are you ready?
Release the Kraken.
What is the only planet in the solar system that is named after a female figure?
Venus.
Yes.
Yes.
In which decade was the candy Baby Ruth introduced?
Baby Ruth. Which decade? you
Yeah,
said?
which decade?
I'm going to go 50s.
No.
60s.
No.
40s.
No.
Damn it.
On a map, which state is directly above Wyoming?
North Wyoming.
No.
Oh, Dakota? North Dakota?
No.
Montana.
Yes. On which network did Glee originally air?
Fox.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which hip hop group had the mid 80s hit song It's Tricky?
To rock a rhyme, that's on time, it's tricky. Run DMC.
Yes. How many quarters make up $12?
Oh, boy. 48.
Yes. Who starred in both Arrested Development and Ozark?
Jason Bateman.
Yes. Who directed Memento and The Dark Knight?
Christopher Nolan?
Yes. How many original U.S. colonies were there?
13.
Yes.
Wow.
Which rapper joined the cast of the CBS series NCIS Los Angeles in 2009?
LL Cool J.
Yes. And Steve, you win 9-4. Wow.
Well,
And you spent
he sure did. He spanked
Just-
the living expletive out of you. Thanks for playing, Ryan. So that show's been on for like longer than even 11 years because Cool J joined. Because we talked about
Yeah.
Christopher, whatever his name is. The bad Robin. Robin's on
Chris
that show.
O'Donnell.
There you go. Chris O'Donnell. That's
Yeah.
the show I was talking about the other day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I was just like, they're on again.
I only know that because I always see the commercials.
Yeah, yeah.
And they'll show LL Cool J, and almost every time I say, I go, damn, LL Cool J still looks great.
Yeah, he does.
What's it got to be? Is he hitting his 50s yet?
He's got to be
it.
past his 50s.
Yeah, I would have to imagine at least mid-50s because he was an older
radio.
guy when I was a teenager.
It's kind of an action show, too.
53.
53, all right, there, nice,
Good
yeah.
for Cool J, man. I mean, and good for Chris O'Donnell. And I mean, man, that's
All those
just-
people doing those police procedurals
So
that
that
everyone loves.
that show's got to be like 15 years old then.
Something like that, yeah.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
LL Cool J is one of those guys I would definitely love to post up at a bar and just hear some stories.
Oh,
I mean,
'cause
he's
you know
lived
he
quite
does.
the life. I
Yeah.
mean, from being like, he was a hip hop star at a very young age. So you got to imagine the stories he's got from those days are insane. And then goes on to have a really cool acting career as well.
And I still remember the video Mama Said Knock You Out. Such a good video.
I'd have to have a few drinks in me, but at some point I'd have to say, do you regret putting on deodorant that was like the white deodorant?
And then going shirtless.
And then going shirtless during the MTV Unplugged, because there's a moment in MTV Unplugged. It's one of the greatest MTV Unplugged performances where he does Mama Said Knock You Out, but he does it unplugged with this band, and it's so great and it's so intense. But he grabs 2 microphones and he starts like really giving it, but he raises his arms up, and all the sticky residue from his deodorant.
Tricky.
It's all you can pay attention to.
Exactly.
The guy's got muscles on top of muscles. He looks great. He's really giving it 1,000%. And I remember being a kid being like, what is on his arms?
Yeah, that's why you got to get that clear. You got to get that clear because the dark hair and the white stuff is just not good.
That's a huge part of what influenced me to only get clear deodorant.
Really?
Was I don't want to be LL Cool J. Which is silly because, I mean, give me everything he's got.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody
problem
was
you have there.
Nobody was ever going to make that mistake.
No, I've never been confused for LL Cool J. What is this other song? My radio. Can't live without my radio.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm the type of guy where he's like this. Like, oh man, I'm gonna listen to LL Cool J.
Do it. I can tell.
Make it happen.
The only other one that you missed, in which decade was the Baby Ruth introduced? Does anyone want to fashion a guess on this one?
I would have to go like 30s.
20s. So
Oh,
very close, but
okay.
it was 1929, so
Yeah.
you're very close on that.
Yeah, I would have gone
chocolate bars?
20s next.
Yeah, they had chocolate bars in the 20s, yeah.
Cool.
There's some of them are even earlier than that, Steve. Chocolate has been around for a little while.
No.
Well, congrats on winning, Steve.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, chocolate is not a new invention, Steve. They've had it for quite some time. A listener just shared with us a story about how his coworkers are giving him a hard time about how he has never been to a place in Renton that pretty much everyone has been to. Where is it? I'll tell you. It's 717 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Got this DM on Twitter from George. He said, I was on a Zoom call with my coworkers yesterday, and I mentioned something to them that surprised everyone. I have never been to IKEA.
Oh.
And he says, I literally live 5 minutes from it. I drive by it all the time, and I've heard it's a cool place, but my wife and I have everything we need for our house, so haven't had a need to step foot in there.
It's the hottest club in town. What are you talking about? Especially these days with everything with the pandemic. If you want to go and have fun, just stare at things. IKEA is the place to go.
It was, I have to tell you, man, we had never been to an IKEA. So 21 years ago, when my wife and I moved to Seattle, one of the first things we did, we moved here, is we went to Renton and said, we got to check out IKEA because we'd heard all the stuff about it.
Yeah.
Never lived in a town that was close enough to an IKEA. So that was one of the first things we did. Of all the things to see in Seattle, like, we're going to go to the IKEA.
Dude, I still go to IKEA from time to time. And when I go there, all I think is, if I was like single and I lived in a small apartment, how do you not go there? They like, now it's insane what they do. Like, they'll tell you how many square footage is like this little display, and I'm like, wow, that would be like, I wouldn't know how to like decorate an apartment or a place. I'll just go to IKEA and I want that. Just take that and put it in my home.
I have a little bit of an admission.
Yes.
I've never been to IKEA either.
What?
No. Why would I want to go there?
Someone just said, I've never been to IKEA either. I've sat in their parking lot though.
Well, you're close.
I haven't gotten that far. The wife decided that she didn't want to take me to IKEA because usually at some point I'm just over like being anywhere, and I always feel like I'm trapped in there. Like, it's just a maze and there's no way that I can get out. And I know that there's exits, but it's just that feeling of I still have to go forward and I'm done. I just want to leave.
Yeah, IKEA, you need a little bit of patience and you walk a lot, and these are two things I don't think the Rev wants to do.
Not at all.
And you got to just be like somebody. It's like you're window shopping. IKEA is the greatest window. Plus,
it's like a furniture museum. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
You stop and look and admire something, and then you keep on going.
And it has the greatest payoff at the end. The meatballs.
Yeah, or the ice cream, or what is the yogurt, frozen yogurt. I think.
Yeah, I never knew they had the yogurt. That was hidden from me. That the yogurt was so good.
Oh, not always, but more often than not, I'm getting a cone of that. That stuff's so damn good.
So George says,
but
okay.
There's also shortcuts, man. You don't have to do the whole thing. Although, whenever my wife and I have gone, we go through a shortcut to go to something, and I'm like, oh, wait, we might have missed something. Let's get back on track.
So you have to backtrack and go.
Oh, yeah, I don't want a shortcut. I'm a completionist, so I need to see everything. So, yeah, I would never. You said
such a weird thing. No other store do I do that at. I don't go to Target and make sure I go down every aisle.
That's because IKEA, they give them credit. They set up little zones to make you like you go, oh, I could live there. I want to be there.
Yep.
A lot of other stores just don't have that same situation. They might set up a display, but it's nowhere near what IKEA does. It's kind of like REI. I mean, there's no store like REI, especially if you go to the Seattle one. Forget about it.
Oh, yeah, I haven't been there either.
So
wow. I mean, that's at least more open spaces, Rev. You won't feel claustrophobic.
I've only been to REI like twice. I have no interest.
It's all about hiking gear. When am I going to hike?
I went to get a tent.
It's like going to Cabela's or Bass, like those giant stores that are just all about them, but they're just amazing and even if I'm not into whatever they're doing, the fact that they go so over the top. Rev, it's like a Wizard of the Coast game center for whatever the product is. Like IKEA's like that.
Hey, if they start selling magic cards, I'd probably go in and.
But, I love a store that says we're so excited about ourselves. We're like fans of what we're doing.
IKEA made me who I am today. I have an extensive collection of tiny Allen wrenches. Oh, I used to save those, and at some point I'm like, why am I saving all these Allen wrenches? I have a toolkit that has Allen wrenches in it.
I have a toolkit. I have all those little things, and I still have a loose freezer bar that for the handle of the freezer that none of them fit. It's so frustrating to me. It's so It's like, what? How many sizes of Allen wrenches are there out there?
There's so many.
I've got all the IKEA ones. I even have a set that came with them, and I still can't tighten my refrigerator handle.
Does IKEA sell Allen wrenches? That would be pretty funny if they did.
That would be Inception. Yeah. That would be totally meta.
That would be just I think it would show up on the receipt and it would just say sucker. $5.99.
So George says, okay, his coworkers think it's nuts that he lives 5 minutes away from the Renton IKEA and he doesn't go there and never has been there. But he said, what about this coworker that I have who admitted that they have never eaten a cupcake?
Okay, that's pure craziness.
I think that's even weirder than IKEA because you could be living in a place where you're not near. Like Rev's in Tacoma, and like, what does he want to go to Renton? You know, he'd be like, why do I want to go to Renton?
Right.
You know, for me, I think that was a man mission. But a cupcake, they're everywhere. I mean, as soon as you walk into QFC, it's like, oh, I want them all.
Yeah, I don't know what life would be like if I didn't enjoy a cupcake.
Yeah. So
I'm still holding out hope for that time that listener said they were going to send us these gourmet cupcakes. Remember? They're like, I'm sending them to you guys. This was like months ago. And every day I show up and I'm like, maybe the box will be here.
See, that's when I realized that the hashtag fake news was real.
That
those cupcakes never showed up. Yep. So it's weird. I think that is very weird that you've never had a cupcake.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So George has never been to IKEA, though he lives 5 minutes away from it. His coworkers never had a cupcake. So based on this, we want you to finish this sentence. It surprises people when I say that I haven't done blank. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Finish this sentence. It surprises people when I say that I haven't done blank. Your calls, your texts after Lincoln Park. On the Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on the Rock. 99.9 KISW.
New on Curiosity Stream. Deformed trees, mutated wildlife, and no humans for miles. 10 years after the disaster at Fukushima, see what this irradiated ecosystem can teach us about nuclear fallout on Radioactive Forest. Plus, looking for the most diverse marine life on the planet? Dive into the Coral Triangle and experience a frenzy of wildlife you've got to see to believe on nature's greatest secret. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Everything is better electrified. Like the guitar, toothbrushes, or cars. And Hyundai has the widest range of electrified vehicles on the market, including the first ever Tucson and Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. You can use electric when you want it or gas when you need it. It's your journey. Evolve it beyond the pump in the 2022 Tucson or Santa Fe plug-in hybrid EVs. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer or learn more at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. A listener named George shared with us that he has never been to IKEA, even though he lives right by it. And one of his coworkers never had a cupcake before. So based on this, we want you to finish this sentence. It surprises people when I say that I have not done blank. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Daniel and Yelm. Daniel, you are on the Rock.
Good morning, BJ.
Good morning, Daniel. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Good morning, BJ.
Oh, good morning, Bob. What you got for us?
Well, I have never been to a live concert.
Wow. And you never will now. Thanks, COVID.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah, it is kind of sad. I wanted to see Lincoln Park when they came to the Tacoma Dome, but I was going through some financial troubles, and then after Chester Bennington passed away, I gave up all hope on that.
Yeah.
They were like really the only band I ever really wanted to go see, but yeah, still when I tell friends or coworkers that, they just give me the weirdest look, especially since I live so close to the Tacoma Dome.
Now, you've never been to any live music, or are you just saying like a live big concert featuring like, a national, international band kind of a thing?
I'm talking about like national, international. Yeah. I went to like a Bible camp once, and there was like a Bible rock group there.
So this one time at
playing
Bible
music,
camp?
but I don't count that.
That's where I saw Slayer once. It was an insane show.
Oh, yeah, dude. Slayer.
That's
I
where they
mean,
got their start, Bible camps.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to represent God, you got to have the other side. I mean, it's got to be an equal debate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you not a big fan of music, or is it just...
Oh, no, I really love music. Like, I love rock, I love alt-rock, I love dubstep, I love electronic music. I'm a very music-oriented person. It's just either A, I don't have the opportunity because I'm working a lot during the summer, or B, I have no money to go see any of this stuff. So
that makes sense.
Just a lot of situationals.
And then, man, it's not like concerts are cheap anymore. Not that they were ever super cheap, but it's like there's some of these ticket prices. I remember, like, when some of those big shows were going to be coming and playing the stadiums, I'm like, oh boy, I hope we have a couple extra tickets lying around here at work. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to spring for that.
I'm that, I'm that kind of guy. I appreciate the call, Daniel. I'm that kind of guy. I don't like concerts. I don't know when it started in my life, but I've had, I think, panic attacks or bad situations. Can't find my car, whatever, ticket issues. I mean, in my life, concerts have been a pain in the ass. Too many people, the crowds.
Oh, it's anxiety city. When you think about, like, the moment you leave your house to the moment you get home, there is a lot. If you have anxiety,
and I do, yeah.
It can. That's why, like, for me, it's like all about like structure. I know, like, typically wherever I'm going, there's a certain parking area I know I like to go to. Otherwise, like, I'm a little bit more on edge. Like, I'm going to a showbox, I'm like, oh, I know this place. I could go, instantly get a parking spot. I don't mind paying a couple extra bucks, so I don't have to deal with that crap. And then when I go to the show, I'm always like, okay, I know the spot by the sound, like by wherever the sound guy is, like the booth. Typically, that's not a super packed area, but like you get a great sound, you get a great sight of the show. But I feel you, man. Like, you're surrounded by a bunch of sweaty people.
Yeah, man. If not for my job, and it's not just The Rock, I worked at a lot of different radio stations. It's allowed me to see shows without so much anxiety, because usually if you work for somebody, you get to go to a place, it's a little easier. Otherwise, it's like, I don't like going. And people go, you got to be crazy. I go, I wish I had what you had, that you can deal with the anxiety better. Because I mean, once I'm at a show, it's fantastic to see live music.
Yeah,
it really is. I mean, I was so happy that you guys, before, Bruiser Bros wasn't doing it anymore, I was happy you guys decided to go do Pain in the Grass.
Oh, yes, we made that decision.
I mean, you said yes.
I could be happier
because I didn't know if I'd ever see you guys,
right.
And I had your music. I was like, you know what? I'm such a jerk. I should go see. And then when I found out you guys were playing Pain in the Grass, I go, this is fantastic. And I was like, I made sure I was in the front row.
And it was a perfect setting. It was early in the day, so you didn't have to stay out late.
Nope.
And we were the first band on while people were still trying to get through the security, so it wasn't super packed in there.
It was like you guys were really playing for me. Like, we know you have an issue, BJ. We're playing a private show for you.
It was part of our anxiety-free tour where we played in front of nobody.
I really enjoyed that because I think you guys are awesome, and to see you live was so cool.
That was a blast, though. That was like, I was just thinking about that yesterday, just like in a roundabout way, we got to open up for Alice in Chains, Bush, and Stone Temple Pilots.
Hey, look, you say that.
And the Cult.
You say that because every time I did comedy where I was a stupid guy that would go, hey, everybody, coming up, and I didn't do anything, but if it was like, a big guy, I opened for Jerry Seinfeld is what I would say.
Right. We have a poster to prove it. Our name's on the same damn poster.
206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. Thomas in Redmond, you are on The Rock.
Hey, guys, good morning.
Good morning, Thomas. How about you? What is the one thing that surprises people when you say, I have not done this?
I have never seen The Princess Bride.
Boy, dude, I would say...
You and me both.
A year ago, it was me as well. And then I think a year ago, I was finally challenged to watch it, and the movie holds up. I couldn't believe how well the movie holds up.
Imagine being a wrestling fan saying you haven't watched it, because Andre the Giant's in it, and I catch so much crap from my buddies. They're like, dude, Andre's in it. And I'm like, I know, I probably should watch it.
Here's what I'll say, Thomas, because I don't know if you had the same thing I had. It's like, it's an old movie. I'm not going to dig it. I'm not going to like it because I usually don't like old movies if I miss the boat on them. This is the one movie that if you ever decide, okay, I'm going to sit and do it, I think you'll find it's really very entertaining.
Oh, no, I'm definitely intrigued to watch it. I just have never got around to pressing play. That's my problem. I just haven't done it.
Well,
I have a very eclectic movie style, like Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon.
Oh, who's the master?
Nice. Yeah,
you are.
Yeah. Well, listen,
Bruce
man,
Leroy's best work.
I'm almost double your age, so you know what, dude? You've got plenty of time before you get to as bad as I am, as far as the time you haven't seen and the time you spent not watching that movie, Princess Bride. And plus, you'll be so surprised at all the people that are in it. You'll be like, oh, I didn't know that person was in it. That person's in it. Wow.
How about that person texted in saying, I've never had a full-on peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I like peanut butter on toast. I love jelly on toast. But I never thought, hey, let's smush them together. Still not sold on the idea from Anthony in Seattle.
Okay, Anthony, how is that possible?
I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich at least 5 days a week. Every morning going into work, I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich as my breakfast.
Like, it's something I think your
I'm
parents...
a 4-year-old, I know.
Dude, no, I haven't had one in a long time. Every time I see you eating and I go, I gotta have one.
Well, you've
sometime.
never seen me eat it. I eat it in the car, so stop lying to people.
Well, I should say you talk about it. Yeah, you're right. I don't see you eat it, but you talk about it all the time, and I see in my head you eat it, and I'm so jealous of what I see in my head. Wait, what? You know what? By the way, in my head you look amazing.
Oh, and I know you're lying because I don't look amazing.
Well, in my head, I paint a great picture of you.
I also eat a banana in the morning. Do you fantasize about that as well?
Well, you don't know what you're doing with that peanut butter and jelly sandwich, buddy. Okay, the banana can't hold a candle to what I have you doing with that peanut butter. It's all over certain places. Let me go to Josh because I'm disturbing myself. Josh, you are on the rock.
Good morning, guys. Might not be super crazy, but I know I just blew a couple of my buddies' minds in Mexico over the weekend.
I'm glad you finished that sentence because we're going to say it's been a long time since I went to Mexico with my buddies and did a special thing for them.
You just went next level on best friend.
Yeah, okay. You blew a couple of your buddies' minds. It was just like, okay. Hey, what happens in Mexico is with the donkeys, I guess. All right, what do you got?
Never ridden a jet ski. Kind of surprising, I guess, to some.
I have never been jet skied either.
Same.
I've done it once, and I nearly wrecked it. So I was like, I don't want to. This isn't mine. I don't own it because I started getting too close to the pier, and they're like, the rocks. You don't want to suck up the rocks. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then it's like, just stop doing what you're doing. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. You see, you're telling that story. It would have been too late for me, but it's like, because I just get hurt. And Josh, you must have active friends, because I was always smart enough not to hang around with too many active people where nobody would even have either the money or the wherewithal to even want a jet ski.
Right. See, that's the thing. Anything with a motor, we're all pretty much into, and it just, jet skis never happened.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I can understand that. I mean, it probably is pretty bizarre if you were, like you said, you're around all that. But you know what? I see, it's that kind of thing. I have too much anxiety to really get excited over the adrenaline of these things that people really... Isn't that what... Didn't Eddie Vedder just recently do that, like maybe a month or two ago? Wasn't he jet skiing on...
He was water skiing.
Oh, he's water skiing.
Yes.
That too. I mean, that kind of thing where I'm like, wow, I don't have that. I just don't even have the desire to do it because I'm so scared.
No, dude, I was with some friends and we were on a boat and they were doing the water skiing thing and everyone but me did it. I just was like, I just don't even want to risk it. It doesn't seem like fun for me. I'm enjoying just sitting on this boat, enjoying being out in the great weather. Like, yeah. I do not need to add anything else to it, and I'd like to come home today because it just seemed like I would just destroy myself on that. And people are so good at it. Like, I didn't want to slow everything down because I fell and hurt myself, and then it fish me out of the water.
See, that's the thing. Yeah. Then all of a sudden it's a bummer of a day for everybody,
right?
You know, it's just like, yeah.
Oh, I see your daughter's in the room.
Oh, really?
Sarah.
All right. Never had a good wine? Is that what you're going to say?
Dude, black box wine is the best one.
Okay, fine.
It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Franzia's a little better, though. But people are shocked to find out that I've never been in a fight.
You mean like a physical fight?
A physical fight. I've been in many verbal fights because I have your mouth, BJ. Thank you. But I've never been in a physical fight.
I am surprised by that because when you're drunk, you get, from what I hear, rather ornery. And so, you're willing to jump into a taco truck.
I am. I'm willing to do some wild things when I'm drunk.
I would have just imagined that you would have swung at somebody at some point.
Yeah, or I said something and someone swung at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised, too, but...
How often do girls get in physical fights these days? See, when I was growing up, I don't remember seeing any girls, except the girl that punched me out. Other than her, I don't remember any women getting in physical fights because I grew up in the 70s, though, so that's...
I never have been in a fight either, actually, now that I think of it. I mean, not counting my brother, but that's, you fight like cats and dogs. But
two birds, one stone right there.
Do it. Let's go.
Dude, I'm in. I want to get in a fight.
Oh, my God.
Put it on your OnlyFans. You could probably get a whole bunch of new subscribers.
Ooh, we could be half naked. Wait, are we fighting each other? Or are we going to fight?
I'm guessing that's what everyone's expecting.
But we could find two other girls and it could be a tag team match.
Exactly.
Yeah, that way you guys could be buddies. You'll be a tag team. Yeah.
I could get us a ring.
Oh, dude, I'm so down for
this. I get 10% of our subscribers, though. I'm not doing this for free.
Okay.
Are you going to be the referee then?
All right, then.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. This is another great idea. Thanks, Steve. I can't wait till Tatum's old enough.
What?
So I come up with these dumb ideas for Tatum.
You won't even see her. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I won't even see. Well, you're probably right. At that age, I probably won't be able to see anything.
Yeah, you'll probably be dead.
Whoa! I was at least going to settle for blindness. You already got me in the ground?
Sorry.
She's on me. It's only, what, 15, 16 years from now?
In all fairness, I thought you would still be alive. I just was going to choose not to invite you over to meet her. I didn't think you were going to die.
Escalated. It really escalated a lot.
Sam, that's your daughter. She just did you dirty.
Yeah, well, they're trying to get my money. You know how it
You're
is.
going to be close to 80, though. Let's get real here.
Well, I mean, you won't let me eat anything, so I hope I'm alive, at least from health-wise, since I can't have fun.
I hope so.
Man,
so it said mud fight.
Oh,
a mud fight. Oh, half-naked mud fight. Yeah, that's exactly what I want for my daughter.
See, if I'm going to do like an actual fight, I want to go like full bare knuckle, just going at it.
Oh, so you want a boxing match or at least UFC action?
Kind of, yeah.
Like throwing fists.
Because I don't want to be like.
So you're going to throw the first, let's just say you and Sarah have a fight.
Oh, it'd be Sarah throwing the first punch because she's done that. She's like, I want somebody to punch me. And she comes, and I'm like, I'm not going to punch you. And she's like, come on, just hit me like this. And she punched me in the arm hard. So I went back and punched her in the arm.
Yeah.
Just because it pissed me off. So, yeah.
So now she's got to work up to the face.
Sarah, Vicky's got some power. I don't think you want to mess with Vicky.
Oh, I'll probably get my ass kicked.
Yeah, you will.
Real.
Because first of all, Vicky's got, you can't push her over. She's got magnets on her feet.
I have low center of gravity.
Yeah, and she's a scrapper. Her mom also, we found out her mom used to kick ass all the time.
I could high kick her face, though.
Yeah, see, I'm a very patient person for the most part. I keep everything on the inside, so you open that jar, I'm going to lose my
Sarah,
crap.
here's what you do. Bring spiders, and she's done. That's her
Wow, that's rude.
Like, if you get me mad enough, I won't care. I will eat the spiders. Like, if you open that can of worms.
Oh, I'll pay to see that.
Yeah. I'm looking online. There's these things called soccer boppers, and they're like little inflatable boxing gloves. So why don't we get those? That way, it doesn't hurt as much.
Hey, Steve, is there any, when was the last time you had the conversation with our human resources person? Because it feels like you are completely like you watch no videos, you've seen nothing that the company's put out. Hey, here's an idea. Well, you guys will beat each other up. Should be a problem.
These soccer boppers won't hurt us. Though.
I passed those things, so I mean, I'm good.
I don't know how you passed those things. I'm sure somebody said, hey, Jimmy, can I punch you in the face? And the answer was no.
It's got 4.5 stars out of 5. It's going to be fine.
Well, if it's got 4.5 stars.
Right? It's meant for children. I mean,
Vicky's a child.
Vicky is the size of a child, so I think that works.
Soccer boppers, inflatable boxing pillows.
How are they still selling those?
Those are awesome.
I mean, how did that get by the PC police? I think it's fantastic, but you know what I mean? When you can't buy so many things and people I don't want my kid doing this. How are soccer boppers where you get to punch each other?
They're air inflated for soft, safe fun.
It says safe right in the title.
And they're more fun than a pillow fight.
Oh,
for boys and girls, indoors and outdoors, blow them up.
Indoors, yeah, because if you soccer bob somebody and they knock over your expensive vase, that's perfect. Vase. Yes, your expensive vase.
I mean, I don't think anything bad will happen from this.
No, I honestly think we'll probably end up taking the the bumpers things off and actually doing like real fists.
No, you
we'll
won't.
probably get so.
We'll have them sign a waiver.
I feel like
we'll
it's
have
not
them sign a waiver. Again, what part of these things? Okay,
it's not a legit fight unless you go to black eye. That's
I would have talked to the boss because I'm not watching these videos anymore because apparently you can be a moron and pass them. So I mean, I don't think I should have to do them.
Have you met us? Of course you can. I even passed them.
I know. And well, why is the company making me actually try to be a good citizen in the company when this guy Steve's like, we're going to have you get naked and beat each other up?
Okay, no, look, I never said naked.
That's true.
A text that said half naked. I didn't condone that.
Yeah, thank you.
Where in these instructional videos that we watched about whatever it is we're talking about, that they said it's frowned upon to have coworkers punch each other with soccer boppers.
I'm not going to be biased against her, so I can totally fight her, right?
I'm not forcing them to do it. There's nothing. I'm not like saying your job's on the line if you don't soccer bop each other in the face.
You know, you two of you really right now.
There's 3 of us in this.
Yeah. Well, no, Sarah, I know is a moron. I mean, I've raised her, so believe me.
Yeah.
I mean, look, there was only enough brains to go around. Unfortunately, Joe got him. So, Sarah, what did she get? I don't know yet.
Nothing.
No, sorry, honey.
Someone says they're sock'em boppers, not soccer boppers.
No, they say soccer.
They say
not
soccer.
Like,
SOCKER.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Texter. You know what? You can take the same sensitivity trainings that we take and not pass them either.
Well, they didn't call us a-holes. I think they were being nice about it. They were just looking out for our best
I assume that anytime we get corrected, it's always that that guy, the nerd guy on The Simpsons there.
Actually.
Actually.
Well, there's rock'em sock'em. I can understand the mistake.
You know what? You're not really helping anybody here. All right, you know what I mean? You're you know. I mean, why don't you get some soccer boppers and go F yourself?
Well, the prime I can get them by tomorrow if we really want to make this.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Don't buy. Don't. That's again. You're gonna have to tell your wife why you're doing stupid things with these purchases. Don't do it.
She knows.
She knows. Yeah, she does. All right. I don't know if you heard about this. Is the hottest musical trend right now sea shanties? I don't even know what this means, but you know what? You're going to find out. I'll tell you all about it at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you could get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that, and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
New on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.